Morning.
Morning.
You're looking at this break of the low, possibly.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, see, I was looking at maybe entering in on the 15-minute time frame, but since it's just closed with no wick to the bottom, probably gonna wait at this sec. But yeah, it's exactly what I was looking at. I think a break of this low right over here, stop loss above the current 30-minute candle. I think that'll be a really good trade. Nice clean range. Yeah, I think that could work really well. Yeah, see, the 15-minute time frame made sense to take sells, but at the same time, with the no wick to the bottom, you wouldn't want to get caught out. So I think, yeah, if the next one breaks this low right over here, I think that's going to be good entry. Seems like we're breaking down over here. Yeah, if we can break this low, I think that's going to be a beautiful move.
It's just the stop. If you put it above the previous 30, it's going to be about 13 pips, I think.
Yeah. I think it should be okay above the current candle. Because then you're expecting price to continue, with volume.
Yeah, makes sense.
Like, it shouldn't be breaking the low if we're going to come back in the range at that point. Okay, we're in. Yeah, just broke it on the MT on the trading view. Beautiful, we're already moving a little bit here. Oh, nice. Starting to push over here.
That's what we like to see.
Yeah, nice, beautiful. Got 6 pips already. I think a really good target for runners is going to be 141, 270. See, when price goes into profits, this is when you can manage the trade at that point. If the 1 hour time frame's also flipped bearish at this point, we have nice clean traffic to the left hand side at this point now. I think we should at least come down to 141, 330 based on the 1 hour time frame. But I think obviously based on the 30-minute, a good target is going to be 141, 266, 270. But yeah, since you've broken this hourly low, we created the top wick. I think it's going to be beautiful to continue moving bearish here. 10 minutes left as well for this candle to close. So we've got a fair bit of time to let it do its thing. I think what's also nice is that this isn't, you know, coming into like London Open. You know, this is pre-London.
It's always nice when you get the first half an hour of the hour creating its top wick.
Mm-hmm.
And then it flips.
Yeah, 100%. But yeah, the hourly looks really good to continue moving down. Yeah, if we could hit 141, 330, that'd be beautiful. I'm in, should be quick 10 pips, then we can enjoy the rest of our day. Yes, I agree. Should be a nice quick 10 pips. And then that would be beautiful if we can have a nice chilled session for the rest of the session here after this. Yeah, I think that would be really beautiful. I'm in this too, nice one. Yeah, I think it's going to be a nice trade here today. But see, that's the thing, right? Monday, Tuesday, I'm not letting trades since we're moving 7 pips now. I'm not really interested in taking a proper loss. Oh, beautiful. We got 8 pips over here. See, at this point, I'm not letting this trade go into any form of drawdown, anything like that. Beautiful. There we go, GJ. I think we should just continue moving down at this point. Nearly got 10 pips here. Hopefully we get a nice push in the last 5-minute candle. Love it, GJ. Finally something really nice. Yeah, we need a nice bit of volume, and I think we should have a really nice push coming down to 141, 270. Based on the 1 hour time frame, I think we could get a little bit more of a squeeze out. 141, 320. But see, at this point, we have no business coming back to our entry. We have no business even coming back in the range at this point. Yeah, just beautiful. Coming on the stream, we've got an entry straight away. Love to see it, man. Love to see it. Okay, I think we're approaching 10 pips over here soon. Oh, beautiful, GJ. Let's keep going.
Yeah, I'll close full positions at 10 pips. Just going to be happy with that today.
Beautiful.
It might run further, but I'd rather just secure some profits to start the week.
Yeah, I just secured. What I'm going to do is I'm securing 50% right now, and then I'm going to see if this 30-minute can continue down to 141, 270. I think that would be really beautiful. So I've just secured 50% of the position. So I'm letting a little bit more of the piece run. And then let's see if we can get to the bottom of this range over here. I think that'd be really beautiful. But either way, I'm putting stops at break even. And I'm letting this partial position run. See what we can get. Because if we can continue further down with a little bit more volume, I think that would be really nice. Yeah, so we're at this 1 hour support now. So this is why I've secured something. But oh yeah, lovely GJ. Love to see it. Love to see it. Should just continue moving down at this point. 5-minute candle. Once it breaks this low over here, then we should continue this partial move down. Yeah, once this 5-minute candle breaks that low over there, I think we're gonna think 141 to 80, 141 to 70 is incoming. So we've got 3 minutes left on the 15-minute candle. We've got 18 minutes left on the 30-minute candle. Seems as though we've got a lot of volume just to continue this move down. So I'm going to see if I can let a little bit more of my position run. So I'm going to try and attempt to do here. But I am break even anyway. So it's pretty good. 5 minutes for candles flipping. Hopefully we can just break this low over here. It's going to be, yeah, beautiful. I think we're about to come down to break the low. Should get a nice little volume push over here. But yeah, really great trade for a Tuesday. Yes, this is the easiest trade that we've had in probably about a week and a bit. Yeah, 100% agree with that. %100% agree with that. Be really nice to see if we can have a nice little push here in the last 2 minutes. Just debating whether to secure my last position at 11 pips or to hold this. See if we can hit 141 270. If we can hit 141 270, that would be amazing. You know what? I'm securing positions at this point. Want to secure a win. Beautiful. Yeah, I just wanted to I thought I could let the position run, but there we go. Secured positions now, secured everything. Nice easy trade.
Yeah, that's textbook.
Maybe it is going to continue further down at this point, but I'm all out now. I had 10, 11 pips in the bag. I just thought, you know what? Secure your pips. Secure some profits for the week. And then tomorrow look to, you know, like, because Monday, Tuesday, just secure profits, man. And then Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, you know, you can let pieces run. You can do your thing. But yeah, there you go. Yeah, I think 141 270 is incoming. Then it'd just been nice if it just continues straight down, but doesn't always happen like that. So yeah, there you go. Beautiful trade to start the week. Second beautiful trade to start the week. I think yesterday's was still a great trade. Just one of those situations. Doesn't play out. Ooh, 15-minute candle close with no wick. Yeah, secure your positions, people. Because you don't want the next 15-minute to start wicking up. Oh, look at this. Oh, beautiful. Yeah, I think it's going to continue moving down. Yeah, see, we came right down to this 4-hour support as well. So that was a really important area to secure positions. 1 hour time frame. We're at strong support zone now. So take the trade, get out. Beautiful. I think it's going to continue further down at this point. Nice. Nice, nice, nice. So there we go. Come on the stream. Winning trade. Perfect. Did you get in that one, Kelsey?
Yeah, I caught that. That was nice.
Salim, did you catch that move? Oh, I don't know if Salim.
No, I didn't catch that one.
Fair enough, mate. Fair enough. Either way. Very nice. Perfect. Okay. So I guess we got nothing to do now, so
Yeah.
I'm joking. Alright, we're gonna break down some other pairs here in a sec. Let's see what GU did. GU also went bearish, but if we take a look at GU, yeah, see the 30-minute, it never closed bullish, it closed bearish. So great entry would have been right over here, break of this low. Yeah, I think that would have been really nice. Oh, that kind of moved 20 pips. Maybe GU might have to be a lot of mess though. A lot of mess. Take a look at the 1 hour. Yeah, there's a lot of traffic. Very messy pair. Oh well. There you go. See, look at this retracement now. Because the 15-minute candle closed in no wick. So we basically came to that hourly zone. We came to this hourly zone. We tapped into this liquidity pool here. So I think that was really important to secure. Part of me wanted to leave the other 50% to run, so I can try and maximize some of the profits. But as I was watching it on the 5-minute, I was like, okay, well, as long as this 5-minute breaks this low, it should be good. And then I was watching it was kind of stalling, so I thought, it's probably going to be best to just secure. And yeah, because it's Tuesday, I would regret it. If this was tomorrow, then can a little bit be a bit more adventurous. But now I'm up for the week, so now we can when the next trade comes into profits, we can look at that.
Yeah, I was aware too. Like, we obviously had a big move in Asian again, and I was like, we could pull back quite hard at some point, and that's quite a strong 1 hour area and 30-minute area. So I was like, I'll just take the 10 today, because like you said, like if you get some good trades like Thursday, Friday, and you're up already, you can let more run.
Yeah, exactly. Because Monday, Tuesday, I mean, I've just seen so many times how it moves like 8-9 pips and then pulls back. So when you get 10 pips on a Monday, I think just take it, man. Just take your 10 pips. And yeah, but you see, I was looking at the entry based on the 15-minute, and like I'm kind of glad that I looked at it that way, because imagine if I entered in off the 15-minute candle, we would have had 10 pips like here, and the sell was only executed over here. So I'm always looking to see how I could have made it better, and judging by this previous 15-minute kind of created that resistance. If it had a wick to the bottom, I would have 100% executed sells based on that, and expecting this low to get broken, and then we could have had full positions run for a fair bit. That's like 20 pips over there, but yeah, either way, since I saw it close in no wick, I decided that the safer option was to wait for this 30-minute low to break, and then we should continue moving bearish. But there we go. Beautiful. Let's get a little story over here. Oh, it's coming right back down now. Oh, look at that. I think, is it an income?
You grab some food. Be back in a minute.
Yeah, sure. Okay, so let's read some. Okay. This is the easiest trade that we done. Oh, yeah, we said that. Facts. Thought about EA bots? No, I don't. I'm not interested in any EAs or trading bots, anything like that. Hello. Why can't I see the wicks? You should be able to. Maybe it's your resolution on YouTube. That's something that you could look at. You know, in terms of the quality of the YouTube, that has to be done from your end. My entry was at 141.528. 141.528. Oh, nice. Already closed with 18 pips profit. May close too early. No, I don't think that's too early. I closed this trade at 10 pips. And yeah, see, like, that's it. You know, you get your 10 pips and you well, for me, I'd secure it 10 pips. I leave runners. So for you to get 18 pips, I think that's great. Good stuff, man. I missed the move. Wait for pullback. Now, I guess, yeah, maybe pullback. Maybe wait for some form of resistance to form. But yeah, looks like we're heading down over here. I think if 141.270 targets incoming, I think that's gonna be great. Day done. Yep, day's done now. Already been on the stream 22 minutes. 10 pips secured. Great morning. Awesome. Love it. I got in GU yesterday. Currently sitting in 60 pip profit. Nice. I think that's really great. My advice to you would be secure some positions. You know, because you're going to be very upset with yourself if that 60 pips comes back to your entry. That's up to you. Did you say you struggled when going from 1 to 2 lot size? I've had all profitable weeks in January so far and looking to increase in Feb. For me, it was a bit of a struggle. Yeah, I mean, for someone else, it may not be. But for me, like, the psychology, it did kind of affect my psychology. But, I mean, look, it's one of those things, you know, is part of the growth. So, you know, just take it slow. Don't rush into any trades. Just be disciplined and you'll be fine. You get used to the lot sizes, but you know, you got to give it a couple weeks to just start to, like, sink in your brain that now you're sitting in higher drawdown. Look at the GU. It just dropped a couple of pips down from 60 to 80 pips. Oh, nice, man. That's very nice. Recently, I usually secured around 20-30% at 8 pips, then 50% at 10 pips, and then let the rest run. If the trade comes into 7-8 pips profit and pull all the way back, because I got to bring the thing home. Yeah, I mean, if that works for you, that's fantastic. You know, I think that's great. It's just one of those situations where it's just down to the individual. It's what you're comfortable with. You know, some people, they don't like to secure at 10 pips. They want to get 20 pip, 30 pip moves, and that's completely up to them. So we had GJ sells here, 10 pips. Nice. Yeah, see, I was looking at the 15-minute candle to push down. I was trying to take a sell on the 15-minute candle, but it had no wick to the bottom, so I wasn't liking that. So then I thought the best thing to do is to see if we can break the low on the 30 minutes. It's going to be the safer option. Yeah. Okay, let's check out gold. Let's check out gold over here. Let's do some breakdown on gold. Need to add trade to top left, bro. Oh, I've done it. Yeah, it's just a bit. There you go. You can see it now. Okay, so let's take a look at gold. In fact, let's put it in the bottom. Oh, shit. There we go. Okay, let's put it in the bottom left. It's going to be a bit easier to see, I think. Okay. Right, so let's take a look at gold on the daily. Now, on the daily time frame, what we can see is that, so price broke up. It broke above this resistance. Right, it broke above this resistance, the strong level at 1856. This daily candle, it came down and it closed above this area. Then at the same time, this bullish daily candle also closed above this area. So for gold to continue moving bearish, in theory, it needs to break this low on the daily, and then it can continue moving down. And then it can continue down to retest this support around 1826 for it to go bearish. For it to go bullish, ideally it needs to respect this low and break this high, and then kind of break this resistance has been created to continue the move up. So we have like another range here. Let's take a look on the 4-hour. So move everything for a sec from a 4-hour perspective. So if we take a look on the 4-hour, we have this zone here, right? We have a previous resistance, term resistance. Then we create support, right? This is that key level that we were talking about the other day. And then now we can see this current 4-hour is coming below this support over here. So if it's going to continue moving down, it should continue down to this next area that we spoke about. I think it was yesterday. But yeah, so it's already broken the low over here. I think these wicks are going to be targets. Let's take a look on the 1-hour time frame, though. We're going to get some more information. Remove everything once again. So based on the 1-hour, I mean, we have this strong support area right over here. At the same time, we have another support right over here, but we're just going to keep this in mind just for a second. But ultimately, we're looking to sell to get down to 1843. So let's measure this range. This is around 75 pip range. It's a pretty good range. Take a look on the 30-minute. Yeah, so we definitely need to look at this zone. Although this is a strong support, I mean, we can see this is a strong level. We've already broken down below this level. We can easily react to this minor support within the zone. So we can see here the 30-minute candle's coming to a close. If it can break below this area or like an impulse entry, then I think that's going to be really, really good. Obviously, you have to see how the 15-minute time frames closes. But yeah, I think if it can start to close below this area, it's going to be ideal. And then if the 30-minute can close below and there's like a little minor resistance created, then I think gold should continue down to around 1847. And then I think a good target is going to be 1843. Yeah, I think that would be really great. So we'll come back to gold. Let's check out GJ. GJ just kind of floating over here. Yeah, I think GJ should continue actually. But yeah, really nice trade. Was not going to let that one miss from my fingers. No way. Might go make my breakfast soon now then. Okay, so gold has got 50 seconds. If it can close below 1850, that's going to be really nice. Or 1850, 500. Yeah, it's going to be the best thing to do is to wait, because there should be a little bit of a pullback. We've started to break down. We're closing into this deeper liquidity area. So you want to be making sure that it's not pushing down to generate liquidity to start heading back up again. Something that happened yesterday on gold, you can see somewhere over here. And exactly what we discussed happened on gold. And it would have been a beautiful entry to take a break of the high over there. I mean, that one candle moved like 70-80 pips. It was incredible. So yeah, I'll have to wait and see. I think a good impulse entry could be the break of the 30-minute low on gold, but at the same time, you know, the best option is to obviously wait for stronger confirmations at that point. So yeah, we'll come back to that. Oh, GU's trying to continue down. GJ. Yeah, I think GJ is going to continue further down. Even Euro JPY also continue moving bearish. Yeah, break of the low, move around 8 pips. Not great, but could have been a nice impulse entry. EN. Let's take a look at EN. Daily is consolidating right now on EN. Yeah, I think it's a little bit difficult while the daily's consolidating like this. 4 hour. Yeah, massive range. So we've got support down over here. We've got, so it seems as though the 4 hours closed above this minor resistance. So I think based on the 4 hour, there's a very high chance that we could continue moving up to this next 4 hour resistance area. Let's measure this range. It's like 76, 78 pip range. Just take a look on the 1 hour. So on the 1 hour, seems as though we're trying to create a support over here, which is pretty good actually. I think once we break above this minor resistance over here, Euro NZD should continue. I think a good target for Euro NZD is going to be 1.69200. That's a great target. It's like a 30 pip range. Just take a look on the 30 minute. Yeah, I think it's going to be a really good target. But looking on the 30 minute, we have support forming over here. But at the same time, we have resistance formed. So I think based on the 1 hour, like the bias is like bullish based on the 1 hour. But the best option is to wait for this resistance to break. And then you have a nice clean candle at that point. I even think a good target is probably going to be, yeah, this kind of like zone. Right, let's measure this range. It's like a 21, 22 pip range. That's pretty good. That's pretty good range. So yeah, probably a close above this area is going to be beautiful. Gold 30 minutes, create a bit of a top wick. Let's take a look on the 15. Yeah, let's take a look on the 5 minute. Yeah, 5 minute just consolidating right now, so we've got to wait for a little bit more volume to come back in. GCAD also continue moving down. Oh, we haven't got any stream music up here today. Sorry, guys. Let's get some music up, because I'm going to go make a bit of breakfast in a sec. Oh, look at this. GJ. It's retracing now at this point. Yeah, it's all retracing because it's come to a support level. 4 hour also tapped into 4 hour support, is now retracing. Yeah, really important to secure profits over there. Okay, I'm gonna go make a drink quick. I'll be back in like 5-10 minutes. Perfect. I'll be back in like 10 minutes, guys. Bear with me.
Trying so hard to not say goodbye. She gone and you've let your shadows be
Okay, I'm back. Sorry about that, guys. Ooh, looks as though GJ is coming back above that range. So yeah, we never came down to 141, 270. It seems as though we came to this hourly area. Yeah, we're still in a heavy uptrend. Let's take a look at the 4 hour. Yeah, it seems as though we've tapped into a liquidity zone. I mean, if we just remove everything here for a sec, we can do a little bit of like a breakdown or do some education stuff. Because we've got a while here now. So, I mean, looking at the 4 hour, right? What you want to do is you want to be a bit cautious with the sales runners, you know, because when we're looking at this area, we see this whole zone here is a big liquidity zone. And this is kind of, so if you think about it, right? So beforehand over here, price came up to this area, tapped into this area, rejected. Price came up, tapped in this area, rejected it. Price came up, tapped into this area, rejected it. But then what we did was we created this deeper support down in this area, right? And then we started to break above. So now we started to see this move up above this zone. We saw a bit of consolidation over here, then we corrected, we came back to this deeper buy zone, and now we're trading back above this area. So if you think about it, this zone in terms of the higher time frame structure for GJ is super important. You know, this whole area price can, you know, tap into and then start to retrace. You know, and in terms of what we're looking at now, we can see that on the 4 hour we have this very key zone where we're kind of trading at right now. So we're talking about this kind of level over here, right? And at the same time we're looking at, okay, we've rejected from the top, which is fine, but if you think about it, we're just in a big consolidation, right? We tried the move down, it got corrected because we came to this deeper support area before moving back up again. We've now reacted to this area yesterday before moving up, right? And now we've come back to this zone again, tapped into this area again, and now we're starting to see on the smaller time frames candles to move bullish. So potentially, you know, the 4 hours still got an hour and like 20 minutes, and if it moves bullish, then and it closes back above this little support that we have on the 4 hour, then I think it's a good chance that maybe like MY session, rest of the day, we could start heading back up again, maybe back up to the 142s. But that all depends. If this 4 hour candle closes strong, you know, then, you know, the next one could wick up and then start to come back into this zone. But in theory, this zone is our key level, because if we just remove this one, so if you think about it, if this was our resistance beforehand, and now it becomes our buy zone when we created that deep support on top of this area, you know, we can argue that, okay, as long as we stay above, what's this price, 141, 300, you know, this sort of zone, then price long term, or you know, over the next few days, should continue that move up. You know, if we can't break back below, so when we're looking for sales, right, when we're looking for real, you know, longer term or shorter term sales, you know, you're looking at, okay, can we break below this 141 300 level? Can we close below this area? Can we then break through this zone? So when we look at this area right over here, the sales now make more sense because we was at a zone, right? So as soon as we close in back below the zone, we look left and we see all this clean traffic, and we can see how that was mirrored to come back to this deeper support area. So if we do start to break down and candles start to break down once again, then we can still continue this move, right? Because we still have this clean move to the left here as well. This whole area, this whole range is full of clean candles, so it makes sense for price to fill this range if we do start to go bearish. And then once we go bearish, we come back to this 14400 level. Now this is the next level that also needs to be respected for price to continue up. But if this can't be respected, usually what we're going to see, right, I know there's a lot of information here, but usually what we're going to see, if price comes back to this level and we're going to break this level, we should see a bit of a retracement. And then if we start to create resistance, right, around the 141-100 level, and we start to see price coming back to retest these lows, then that's where you're looking for, okay, is price going to continue that move down? You know, is it going to continue that move below these 14500, 14400 level, which I think it can if we start to create resistance ultimately below this 141-300, 141-100 level. Okay, so I know it's quite a bit of information, but I think it's good to point it out from a higher time frame perspective, where we're kind of looking at for our key levels, our key zones, because this whole zone is super key. Like if you think about institutional levels, you know, people want to say they understand institutional levels, you know, this seems to be, this zone from what we see on the charts, right, is the zone at which price is revisiting and is creating that liquidity. So when the market moves, right, something that everybody needs to understand, when the market moves, it moves in waves, right? So if we take a if we just zoom out for a second and we focus on this upward move. So yes, your normal trader is gonna go, okay, yeah, here we have the lows, we failed to break the lows, now we're making higher lows, we're making higher lows, so we're in an uptrend. That's fine. So we got a high, failed to break the high, made a higher high, made a higher high, failed to break the high, right? Here's what you gotta understand about how the market moves and how to understand the way in which it works. So in terms of when it comes to the highs and the lows, it's something that you need to grasp, right? So let's start off here. So price makes a high right over here. Okay, so here, this move up, right, I just literally done a webinar on this that was posted into the course for the group, but effectively this move up is where we have our buyers liquidity, right? There's a lot of buyers in the market and price makes a high. So just think when price makes a high, right, there's something that needs to happen. So price makes a high over here, I'm just going to draw it like this, and then we come back and we create a low. So price makes a low, it retraces because it needs to exhaust, and then it's going to attempt to continue in that direction if we have the buyer liquidity. So at this point, when price makes this high, right, it's running out of that buyer liquidity. Buyer strength is starting to fade in effect. So now we see the retracement, we see support form. That's perfectly fine. Now it's something you got to understand is that when the high is made, right, and then the low is made, the way in price moves is obviously we know that there's a very high chance this high is going to get retested. We can see that this high got retested based on the 4 hour. Very easy, nice move. But when it comes to the breaking of the high, we can see here we failed to break previous high. Yes, we did make a higher high slightly on the price, but really we failed to break above in effect. We failed to really push higher than that. So that indicates that at that particular moment in time, there wasn't enough buyer liquidity. So when we see and talk about liquidity, right, we can see this happening on the higher time frames, on the smaller time frames. So like I was just saying, failed to break previous high. We then look at this area. We did break previous high, creating a higher high, but we didn't have the buyer liquidity at the time to continue that move on. So then what you're going to see is a pullback. This was our pullback, right? This was our support formed. Now when that support is formed or that low is created, and then let's argue this is a higher low than the previous low, when we made a higher high and then a higher low within this range. So if you think this was the original range, right, this was the original range, and then now within that range we've created support in the mid range after breaking the high, right? That means that price is retracing to gather more orders, to gather more, buyer liquidity, right, in this area to continue that move up, which is why we saw this move up, and then we made that higher high. Right now, we really started to see price moving up. So then now we think, okay, well, since we created that further buyer liquidity in this area, right, we look at the price. 144.00 is the price. Now when we see this move coming down, we can say, okay, where's the most likely place that price is going to go to? It's going to be this area right over here, because this was the area where the orders, the buyer liquidity was generated for that push to go bullish, right? That's where that was. So when we made this consolidation up at the top of this range and we start to break down, okay, yes, we see this clean move to the left. So we're like, okay, where are we going to head off to? This is our deep liquidity zone. So here is the most likely place that we're going to reach. And obviously we see how we came exactly down to the zone, and then we started to go up again. Why do we start to go up again? Because this was the deeper liquidity buy zone. This was the area where more institutions, big players would be buying back up the currency. This is almost like a manipulation if you think about it. Price is moving up, it makes a high, it retraces back to the same area that institutions push price up and secure profits over here. So they enter out their trade, the profits are over here, not quite the same as us, but let's just say profit taken is over here. Whenever price makes a high, usually it suggests that profit taken has occurred, because now you're starting to see more sellers come into the market, positions are being exited right over here in this area, and then now we're starting to see some form of correction, push right back down to that same buy zone to then do the same move back up again. So now we're back in this consolidation, so we're not really sure, but what we're kind of saying here is, okay, for GJ to continue higher term, for GJ to continue longer term, right, we need to see how the higher time frames play in this zone. We need to see how the higher time frames start to play out, because now we're back in this high consolidation area, right? This is all consolidation. So we can even go one further and put it here. So this is all consolidation. We saw how we attempted to move up over here, which was the buys that we took yesterday. You can see that we had this move up, but we came back in the range at that point. So now, once we came back in the range yesterday, right? So we closed back below this level. Now we look at, okay, where's the next place we're gonna go? Well, once we made the retest of this high right over here, we formed this deeper, this this higher support level on the 4 hour for us to retest this high. So again, buyer liquidity being formed in this price zone, so now you're looking to play these higher time frame zones, because now you're starting to see, okay, we should continue this move back up again, so now we got to look at, okay, so if we just focus on this zone for a sec, this yellow box, if we just focus on that, right, now we can start to map out our trades already based off the higher time frames, right? Because we know if we break below this support over here, which we tapped into today, if we break below that level, right, then we're coming down and we're going to revisit this area. Why? Because we have clean candles. This is that deeper liquidity zone, right? It would be almost manipulation in a sense, because obviously when price comes back to these key price levels over here, if market is pushed down into these zones, then again, that's where we'll start to see the longer term push back up again. Now, when it comes to these areas, because they were previous strong buy zones, right? Some people are going to say, okay, what happens if price is moving bearish? How do we know that price is going to break through these zones? How can we tell that price is going to start correcting itself to come down? Well, my answer to that would be in the same way that we spoke about with the whole zone over here, is as we're coming down below this area, at some point we'll need to retrace, and when we retrace, if we can establish resistance in this zone, then we can continue to move down. Same sort of thing, resistance in this area and continue to drop, right? Because these are previous buy zones. So you would need stronger confirmations. You would need, you know, resistances formed for price to continue that move. But technically, while we're in this 4-hour zone, right, everything becomes a little bit difficult because now we're back in consolidation. So if you think about it, right, let's think about this for 1 second. So every time we come below this zone, now since we're in this 4-hour range, when we come below anywhere into this vicinity, we are moving into a like we're in a correction phase. So we're in a point of manipulation to get a better buy premium, you know, a better price level in this area. That's to push down. So we know we can play sells down to this area because this is a high probability setup that price is going to continue to this area. This is the strong area. This is the most important zone. Same way, if we start to break up, right, now we can expect that we've had this consolidation and we've had these deeper move to these lower levels, then now we're going to start pushing back up again, you know. So that's also something to consider. But yeah, just thought I'd do a little bit of analysis here because we haven't really got a lot to do, I suppose.
That was really good. Hope people got their pens and paper out for that.
Yeah, man. Free knowledge. But you see that whole move got corrected.
Yeah.
And it never came down to the 270. It was like a pip away. But yeah, I suppose that was good. Securing profits. But yeah, I think it's important to go over things like that, you know, because while we're not doing anything, I'm almost, while I'm talking to you and while I'm doing the analysis, I'm planning for myself because I'm looking at, okay, well, I already know that once we start to break above these highs, that this move down would have been that generation of the buyer liquidity, bit of consolidation, and then that continuation. So just gonna wait. But either way, I think the most important thing here is let's just focus on this zone for a minute. While we're in this area, any trades obviously become a little bit more difficult, but from a higher time frame perspective, this is your, oh no, wrong candle, wrong thing. This is your sells play in effect. If you want to catch big, you know, people when they catch these big sell moves, this is the likely sell off that you're going to see below this zone, right, below this area. And that's because we have this clean traffic coming down to a very important buy area. We can see that has been this zone on the 4-hour. At the same time, it's the same aspect. If we start to break above, then you would expect price to make a new high, you know, same like what happened over here. So now you're looking to catch this type of push up because we had the highs over here. And then now you're starting to look to see, can we break beyond that? Do we have the liquidity? So if you look here, we had the previous high failed to break, a retracement and support. You could argue, okay, well, failed to break previous high or fake out, retrace to the bottom of the zone to grab more liquidity. And now if we start to head up, then we could argue, okay, we could continue this move on with some nice volume. That's what we're kind of looking at. However, if we start to see, you know, prices seriously failing to break previous highs for a number of days, and let's just say we're consolidating in the zone for a few days, and then we start to see price breaking below, man, I'm telling you, we're going to see a nice drop all the way back down to 144.00, this area right over here, you know. And that's the play there for the longer term sells. And then again, like I said, we've discussed the play for the longer term buys because, you know, we want to see these previous highs being broken, right? So yeah, but you know, you can see this all visually, you know, this is all visual. You just have to, what's the saying, read between the lines, you know. So I think right now on GJ, let's do some fresh analysis here on GJ because obviously right now, you know, we know that things are a little bit different. So if we think about it, we've reacted to this support. We've reacted to the support at 141.300. It's perfectly fine. price moving bullish. We're trying to close above this minor resistance that was created. This is the area where we took sells, right? We had a nice clean candle there, beautiful candle. Now we're starting to break up. So we could be coming to retest this area, right? We could be coming to do some form of retest, but at the same time, effectively, once we start closing back above these kind of support levels, then it could be argued that we can continue up. I mean, this particular range on the 1 hour time frame is a clean range, of 25 pips. That's going to be pretty good if price can close above 141,685. But yeah, right now it's closing above this resistance, 141,500. So it should continue. So if we look at the 15-minute time frame, if it starts to create a support, if you start to see a little bit of a pullback, and support is created, then I think a really good place for price to go is going to be this area right over here. Let's take a look at the 1 hour. Once we're closing back above 141,900 or 920, man, we're coming back up to... We are coming back up to the top of the range, 142,300 at that point. Because again, if you look at it, right, you can see how when price is moving bearish, it creates certain levels. So let's go to a 30-minute for a sec. It's going to be easier. So if we look at the 30-minute, these resistances, they become targets for buys. So you have, let's just put R for 1. So resistance. You have this area is your next target. You have your next zone, right? And then we have the next zone, and then we obviously have the high point. So yeah, you could argue we have a lot of levels, but usually what you're going to say is, okay, well, profit taking is going to be over here. Runners is probably going to be somewhere over here or over here. So you're just kind of looking at these levels to understand that, okay, when price is moving down, it's creating these resistances. So when price is moving up, you want to see supports being formed, right? In that same sense. Because now we can start to say, okay, now we're creating supports on the smaller time frames. We should continue this move up and then start to break above these levels. Bad drawing, but I think it's still a good example.
Yeah, it's good. I mean, the 4 hour just helps you build that whole picture up in your head. That's what it's all about, going from the higher time frame down.
Oh, 100%. And you can kind of see what we're talking about from the daily, because now if we go to the daily, everything's going to make more sense, right? Because now we can see, okay, well, if we look at this whole zone here, right, this all liquidity zone, all liquidity being generated. And now you can say, okay, well, keep that same idea in mind about the 4 hour can't break above previous highs. This is that area, right? Failing to break above previous highs. Where's the most likely place that more buyers are going to get back into the market? It's going to be in this zone right over here. We know that because this is what we can see visually. We can see the liquidity wicks being generated. This is the same area that we pushed bullish from. We came right back to this area, went bullish again. So this is going to be your target for sells. But now we got to say, okay, well, again, how do we know that's going to happen? If we just zoom in a little bit, right? Now you're looking at, okay, we have the area that we just tapped into today, which is this minor support right over here. So now we need this support to be respected for the consolidation to continue, and then we're just anticipating, because we're in an uptrend, that we should continue to move up with the trend. But if we start to break down below this support, then we know our next place we're going to hit is going to be this zone right over here. We know that from the higher time frames. So, when let's say it's Thursday and we still consolidate, but then Thursday's candle starts to break down below this level, I know that, Thursday should see a nice runner pushing down into the zone. You know, we know that. And then, you know, if we start to break further down, then all you have to do is look left. You look left and you're going to see more information, and you're going to see, okay, this is going to be the next zone, our deeper zone. This is our next zone. So now you're looking from the higher time frames to play from this area to this area once we start breaking below this area. And then if we start to break below and then create and establish resistance on the smaller time frames, then again, this would be your next play to down to this zone here. Because if I look at it now, if I look at the daily, if I look at the 4 hour, it seems like we came down to this area, which was beautifully done, but it seems as though we're retracing, you know. And if we start to come back up, you know, and if you think about it, right, okay, let's just focus on the daily, because now you're gonna have even more information. So here we have our ideal buy zone. The other area that we have is this area right over here, right? So if the daily closes above this area and it is retracing, then this move is our liquidity being generated on the daily. You just can't see it yet. So then more than likely we're going to revisit this area again with tomorrow's candle, and then if we start to go bullish, now we're starting to see, okay, are we going to come back up and revisit this liquidity zone right over here based on the higher time frames. So now we're starting to leave this zone since we came and tapped into this area. And like I say, if we can stay above this zone right over here, then the next candle should tap into this zone at some point, even a little bit of a wick, and then start to drive up and mirror this body of the candle, you know, and then go higher up and reach the top of the zone with the 4 hours. So now, okay, let's say that's correct idea. Let's say that's what's going to happen. How would you execute on that? People are going to say, how would you execute on that? Well, obviously, if you're trading your normal session, then you would treat it as just a normal session. But what you want to have in the back of your mind is, okay, I know that that's my idea. I want to start to see supports to be formed on the smaller time frames in and amongst this zone, because I know every time we start to create support above this area, right, then this is more certification, more evidence that we should continue to start to go bullish again. And then your targets would be, again, like I said, over here, and then probably this daily resistance area, because this is where we've rejected from. Yes, we could tap into the zone, but your conservative target is going to be 142.100, because this is the resistance. And then if you're looking to see if we can break further on, you know, you're leaving runners to see if we can break this zone, break through this zone, you know. So obviously it depends how this daily candle closes, the current daily candle right now, it depends how it closes. But from what it's doing now, this looks like this is kind of what's going to happen, what it's trying to do here. So yeah. Look at the 4 hour. 4 hours about to flip bearish. Bullish, sorry. Bearish, bullish. Looks like GJ just continue pumping up over here. I'm in trade buys, hold some profits. Nice. If you're in buys, that's good, man. That's good. We didn't see how gold played out. Ooh, gold came back in the range. We never see. Good reason why we should have always wait. Sells on gold below 18,500. Never came back below this area. In fact, gold, see, since coming to this deeper buy zone, has actually closed back in the range. Let's take a look at GU. GU also trying to move bullish. Your NZD. Oh, your NTD is breaking down over here. Let's take a look at the 15-minute. Yeah, I mean, your NTD should head down to this zone over here. Then we have this minor support right over here too. So this is going to be your clean range on your NTD. It's like a 20 pip range. Oh, Euro JPY also correcting that downward move. Euro NZD coming down. GJ is right back at this area. But anyway, so if you caught the GJ sells that we took this morning, drop a like on the stream. I'd really appreciate it. But yeah, I think that was a really good trade this morning. Really good trade. Have we got anybody from Amsterdam here? I know we had a few people from before. I don't know if they're here today, but we got anyone from Amsterdam in this chat? Has anybody seen? I mean, I saw this morning the riots that are going on there. I think it's Rotterdam or something. No, we've got no one from Amsterdam. I could have swore we had a few people. Oh, GJ is moving bullish. Yeah, it should reach 141,680. And then if it can create some support back above like 141,700, 141,720, then I think it's going to be good to continue up to around 141,995.
Yo, Harrison.
What's going on, bro?
It's good, man. Have you taken any trades or just waiting?
No. We had sales this morning.
Okay, how did it go?
Yeah, got my 10 pips, bro. We took sales. It was around. We took sales around 141,440. Ran for like, yeah, around 13, 14 pips, and then yeah, now it's starting to reverse. But yeah, I got my profits and got out. It was right at the start of the stream.
Nice.
Yeah.
You never wrote it down anyway. That's why I thought you never had a trade.
Oh, does it not say it in the bottom left of the screen?
Well, I'm from my phone, so I can't see it. I don't know.
Oh, I see. Yeah. Oh, yeah. You're on the no, on the YouTube.
Yeah, we can't see it.
Oh yeah. I forgot. Sorry. Yeah, on the YouTube, I have the like trades called and stuff, but I stopped putting it on the trading view because it just stays there no matter where it moves. Actually, I think so. But yeah, no, we had some sales this morning.
Nice.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
Are you looking for some buys now as well, or you're not taking a trade?
I'm not like actively looking for buys, but in my head, I know that if we start to close above like 141,700 and create some support in this area, then I think like New York session could continue the move up. Because if we look at the 4 hour, it's coming to a close in 44 minutes and it's coming bullish. And if it comes back above that previous support on the 4 hour time frame, which is at 141,680, then I think it's going to correct some of this downside move. So I mean, for me, like if I see something really nice coming after the stream, like a nice support, like a really strong support back above this area, then I would say that we could start to head up again for the New York session, NYC, and then maybe even, you know, coming over to the end of the day, but we'll see. But like right now, I'm just chilling.
Nice.
Yeah. So where you're not in the UK at the moment, are you? You out traveling or?
Yeah, I'm not in the UK. I'm in Europe, bro. Nothing works in the UK, does it?
Yeah, that's true. No, I always see your stories, and you're always like in a different place.
Yeah, man. Once they said they closing gyms and everything, I just flew away. You know.
Yeah.
What would I do?
Yeah, man, it's got to be done, innit? I
Yeah,
would
man,
do.
when I work,
Sorry, mate.
when I work online, of course I'm gonna go somewhere that stop work at these restaurants. You know.
Yeah. Yeah, trust me. If I could take my computer setup with me, I would do the same. But I've got to stay here so I can live stream.
Yeah, man.
But yeah, no.
Don't worry. Another year and you'll be fine as well. You'll be flying around.
Yeah, I'm sure, man. Another year. Yeah. I'll be driving nice Bugattis and that like you, eh?
Yeah, minimum.
Minimum, yeah. Yeah, man. But yeah, man, they need to open up the gyms. It's driving me mad. I mean, like I just don't understand the logic behind closing gyms. It just makes no sense. You know, like they say like most of the people, you know, who are overweight and stuff have all got the highest vulnerability. I mean, then it's one solution, isn't it? Get down the gym.
Yeah, but it's not about people, bro. They just close them, in my opinion, just in order to be able to get more, benefits from, like loans and stuff for the government.
Yeah, maybe. I mean, I think they generally believe that shutting gyms is going to help stop transmission, though. I do think they think that. But if you look at the actual science, like, it has one of the lowest transmission rates anyway. But I think you're right in the sense, if it was truly about transmission, then supermarkets would be closed and gyms would be open, because supermarkets were the biggest spreader of the virus, but the gyms was one of the lowest. But obviously, I know people need their necessities and that, but still, I mean, they decided.
Yeah, but supermarkets can have deliveries, you know, like restaurants.
Yeah, exactly.
They just trying to take money, bro. That's all, in my opinion.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I don't think you're wrong, mate. But I'm my local gym that I go to, they actually sent an email out yesterday, and they're basically asking for the members to still pay. Otherwise they think they're gonna close down. So I'm still probably I've sent an email in to say I'm gonna pay it, just because I don't really want them to close, you know. But yeah, that'll be pretty annoying. It's been like my local gym like for a while now.
Luckiest thing for us, bro, is that you know, we can work online and actually grow our skills in Forex and stuff. Otherwise, look, other people don't even work.
Yeah,
They don't have what.
that's true. And I suppose as well, like, you know, no matter if there's a lockdown or whatnot, like, I can still do my job, you know. I can still do this, and no one's gonna be able to restrict me. So it's almost like this skill it's recession proof, you know, in the sense that no matter if there's a global recession, necessarily it's not going to affect you, because I mean, yeah, it's going to affect the markets, but only your performance, not on that you can't work, you're going to lose your job, you know. Only you can stop trading. So I think in that sense it's safer, you know.
Yeah, bro. Imagine how many people. Imagine how many people. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Imagine how many people invested so much to open up businesses, and all businesses got closed. You see,
Yeah.
they burn with all the money.
Yeah.
While
I mean,
us with Forex, we don't have to do that, and we still make money.
yeah, that's true. I mean, imagine the people that have just decided to start a restaurant or something this year or last year, 2020. I mean, they've just blown their whole investment, really.
A lot of them, man. I know people who open up clubs, open up restaurants, and same day they shut everything down. You know, in whole Europe, not just UK.
Yeah,
I know.
I know. It's
Very
sad,
bad.
really. Yeah, it's sad, really. But yeah, I don't know, man. Just want this all to be done and dusted. Get back to normal.
Yeah, don't worry, man. Anyways, I'll see you around, Harrison.
Yeah, no worries,
Take
bro.
care.
I'll see you tomorrow if you're coming on.
Yeah, of course, every day. See you tomorrow.
Nice, man. See you tomorrow, mate. Take care. So yeah, if this 30-minute candle closes back above this 141.700 area, I think NY session, people could be in for some nice buys. If you think about it, we've corrected the whole move from pre-London now. So we're coming back into the Asian session range. So I wonder if we're going to continue on bullish after that. Okay, let's check out gold. Oh, gold's coming back below this area. 15-minute candle creating a resistance at support. So we spoke about this type of impulse entry before. It's already moved like 7-8 pips. For like a 26-27 pip range. It's pretty good. A little bit more risky, but makes sense. Euro NZD still trying to move down. Let's take a look on the 15-minute. 15-minute candle failed to break below this support. Next one did break the low, but now it's retracing a bit. Let's take a look on the 5-minute. 5-minute creating resistance. Yeah, we have to wait and see. See how that plays out. Man, do you know what's really crazy? Ever since I hit 1K followers, man, have I been getting a good amount of subscribers every day. But they've stopped coming up on the stream. Let me test widget. Is it relative subs? See, why haven't I been getting that? So it works. I was looking at it yesterday and it said, oh, 12 people subscribed to your channel while you was on the stream. And I was like, but I didn't get one notification to say that any of them did that. You know?
It's just that you've just subscribed.
Yeah, I know. It does do that.
Is that because you've tried to sort it out of you?
Yeah. So you go to like test widgets and you put subscriber and then it comes up with, I'll do it again. I love the zombie thing, man. That is brilliant.
There we go. It's come up again.
What the
yeah, that's delayed, isn't it?
Oh yeah. YouTube's delayed.
What's that? What's that bin on the left? Is that a bin?
Yeah, it's a bin. It's a coin jar. So I set it up so you can donate.
Oh right.
Yeah. So it's called like they call it on YouTube like a super chat. So
yeah, I've seen it.
So basically, yeah, people can like donate and stuff. So yeah, I mean, it just recommended I do it, and then I was like, yeah, I know probably no one's gonna donate, but I don't know, you never know, innit? So might as well chuck it in. If someone wants me to send me a couple quid, I'll take it.
Oh yeah, I can see it. Yeah, super chat.
Yeah. You only get that once you get monetized. So I just thought, you know what? There might be one guy one day that's gonna just be like, I've just made 1,000 off your trade that you just called out. Here's a tenner. And I'll be like, mate, I'm gonna go get myself a nice McDonald's breakfast for that. Really appreciate it. You have a great day.
Yeah, love it.
Yeah, man. But so far from YouTube, I've earned a whole 25 quid.
All right, you're getting there.
Yeah, so for the month of January, I've earned basically 25 and a little bit of December, but I'm basically on £1.80, £1.50 every time I stream. So that's how you lot know I'm not in it for the money. As if I was in it for the money. Oh, Jesus. Man, that £25, it pays for my fuel just for like half a week. You know what I'm saying? Oh, would you look at that? What a nice guy. Oh, George, mate, that is... What a legend. George, mate, top man for that one. George has just donated $4.99.
Oh, he's beat me to it. I was going to send something. I was send an emoji.
Stop it, guys. You don't have to do that. But just know, whatever you donate, it is going towards my McDonald's breakfast this morning. So, the more you send, the more hash browns I can get. No, I'm only joking, but no, I appreciate it, George. Thank you very much, mate. I was just looking at the Asian session last night. Very dirty Asian session. Yeah, it came up to this level. Just, yeah. How did you do the emoji? Kels.
Oh, if you click on show support, you can send a sticker or a super chat.
No way, that's funny.
There's another hash brown.
Yeah, that's true actually. Thanks for that. I'll eat that. I'll eat that very nice, very quickly. Yeah, man. No, I appreciate it though, guys. So at least I've earned myself 6 quid today. Oh, I suppose 750 because I earn a pound or whatever every time I stream. But yeah, no, I appreciate it, guys. Yeah, it seems as though the 4 hour now, looking at the 4 hour time frame, this does seems like London session pushed price down to this liquidity zone. I wonder if NY is going to start to take price back up again. Does seem like it. Let's take a look at the daily. Yeah, man, if the daily goes bullish and if the daily closes above 142.100, that would be beautiful for price to continue up. Wow, look at this move up. Did anybody... Oh, yeah, I think one person caught these buys. Wow, it should be running at like 30, 40 pips. Hang on a minute. When George and you... See, that's what I'm saying. Look, watch. Okay, I'm going to click test widget donation, yeah, because I don't think it done the donation. What it was supposed to do, but I'll show you right now, yeah, what it's supposed to do. So it's supposed to put coins in the little coin jar. John. Who the hell is John?
What do you mean?
What, have you not seen it?
It's still not coming up yet because obviously it's got like 20-30 second delay.
Oh, okay, right. Give it a few seconds, and then
right,
John's gonna come up, and then some coins will drop in the jar.
Yeah, I saw the coin drop earlier when you might have tested it out. That's why I saw something going on.
Yeah. It does it with the subscriber as well, but it's supposed to do it with the donation, but it didn't do it when George and you both donated. It didn't do anything.
Yeah, I thought it might have been like a whiskey glass with some ice cubes in it, bit of lemon.
Bit of lemonade, eh? Yeah, no, it's a tip jar. It's a tip jar. I think that's what it's meant to represent. You know, like you know, go in a restaurant, like a tip jar. But yeah, looking like GJ should continue moving bullish over here. You've got a lot of bullish momentum. 4 hours closing back above this range, so I think a solid support formed above 0.700 is going to be beautiful. Did you get quite heavy snow where you was, Kelsey?
Yeah, it was pretty heavy on Sunday.
Yeah.
And then nothing yesterday.
Shit. Yeah,
it was quite bad.
It didn't snow near me yesterday, but the snow hasn't even fucking melted. Like,
I know.
I've still got tons of it.
It's just ice rink everywhere now.
Oh, don't get me started on that. It's crazy. What about Salim? Is it still heavy snow up in Leeds? Salim there. He might be doing something. But yeah, I just wondered if it's still snowing up there, because it was mad. Like the actual snow, like the what do you call it? What do you call the bits of snow? I know what it is, but like the words gone out of my brain.
Snowflake.
That's it, snowflake. Yeah. I got a memory blank for a second. I was like, what the fuck do you call that thing that falls from the sky? Yeah, the snowflake. They were massive, like a lot bigger than you usually see.
Yeah, me too. They were huge. Yeah.
I mean, I know it sounds weird, but like I've never seen such big snowflakes. Did you know that every snowflake is different, completely different?
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Crazy, yeah. Salim's just messaging the chat.
Oh, is he?
Yeah.
No anymore, bro. Just can't get on the mic. My daughter's being a bit too loud. Oh, fair enough. That's right, mate. No, I appreciate that. Yeah. Now, it stopped snowing. It stopped snowing now, but I don't know. Part of me wants it to continue, to be honest. It kind of makes a different change of scenery, I suppose. It's kind of nice. But, oh boy. So I just thought, while we're on the live stream, I thought I would mention to everybody that obviously it's not like an advertisement or anything, but it's just to make people aware. So obviously for 2021, I am gonna do a online boot camp at some point, probably in the summer. I want to do one in the summer. I think that'd be really good. Hopefully everything's kind of like calmed down by then. And I'm gonna, over the next few months, start putting it all together. So I think if anybody in the group wants to attend, there'll be a discount available for them. But if you're not from the group, then obviously yeah, it's gonna be full price, but it's gonna be cheaper because obviously I'm not trying to, obviously an in-person boot camp will require a lot more costs and stuff. But online, yeah, it's not going to be too bad. But if I just go on the website, if you want any more information, if you want any more information, so you've got it over here, online boot camp, and you go to this page. So it's got kind of like, these are just roughly what I'm going to be putting in there. There's going to be probably a lot more topics, but this is just a guideline into what's kind of going to be in there. So it is going to be like limited spaces, which is why I kind of wanted to see what sort of numbers I could get, and then I was going to make a decision, you know, with how many people. But I'm not looking to probably have more than 20, probably 20 maximum. But yeah, so that's coming this year. That's really good. So yeah, everything's kind of coming along now. We've got the course database. We've got some free educational content on my official page. Website, sorry. You got information about the course. So yeah, these webinar topics, they're not going to be from the course. It's obviously the same kind of topics, but they're going to be put together differently. It's going to be all like certain webinars, so it'll be structured. So we'll have like a 2-hour long webinar, then we'll have a break, then we'll do a simulation session, then we'll have a break, then we'll look at real life chart examples, then we'll go through some previous trades, then we'll do another 2-hour, 3-hour long webinar, and then just repeat the next day. So like I say, it's 2-day intense online training, simulation sessions, previous live trade examples, Q&As. We'll have Q&A sessions, also group sessions. So I think working in pairs and stuff, you know, or I know we can't really do group sessions, can we? It's online. Or we could, I suppose. You could still do something.
You can split people up into rooms.
Yeah. That's a good idea, actually. Yeah, we could do that. And then have people like go away and, you know, talk about where they would take the trade, how, or whatever, you know. I'm gonna come up with some ideas. But yeah, for me, this is not necessarily about, you know, the actual learning side, but I wanted to expand on my teaching and, you know, do it in a live environment, maybe to people I've never spoke to. So it's a little bit of like what's the word, like I don't know, expansion or growth for me as well. So it's a big thing for me, and I think it's going to be a good starting point for when I want to do an in-person bootcamp, which is something I'm completely new to, right? I've obviously done presentations and stuff at school, never liked it, so it's not something I'd usually want to do. But actually, you know, I love teaching Forex, so I mean, in terms of that, it's be a good first step to working towards that. But yeah. But here, Kelsey, let me ask you a question. If you was to go on my homepage right now, right, would you say it's fairly easy to work out what I do?
Oh yeah, are you talking about like is it the options, binary options?
Yeah,
Yeah,
you know
it's clear that it's Forex. Yeah,
yeah. So,
but people don't read.
Yeah, if you read it, right, and if you just kind of look Forex, you know, live Forex trading streams, it's on YouTube. You can just click live Forex trade. I got some person yesterday message me talking. I mean, I just was like, what the hell? This guy said, oh, I really want to learn the HFX binary options. I can see that you you know, make consistent money doing this. I was like, pal, you've come onto the website. So look, he's come on here, right? He's scrolled down past all this information, right, to get to here, you know, and got all this stuff to let you know that this is not I mean, I don't even know, man. It does get on my nerves.
It's a bit annoying.
Yeah, at one point it made me consider, do I change my name? But then I was like, nah, do you know what? Fuck them. It's I love the name. So plus it's like my nickname anyway, you know, H. So I ain't gonna change it for no one. But yeah, GU is moving a lot today. Got about 160 pips from it. Wow, if you got 160 pips, man, I would be I'll be secure in your positions, my friend. Where'd you get 160 pips? Wasn't you in cells? Wait, how did you go from 60 pips to 80 pips? But then it's reversed, so surely you'd be less. Let's move back 50 pips. I don't know. I don't know. Morning, bro. What would your thoughts be, please? Thanks plenty. Sure, let's check this out. Let's check this chart out. Oh, nice. GJ's coming back to do like a retest. I think if a support is formed in this area, I think MY session is gonna be beautiful. Let me just get another chart up here, and then we can check this chart. Check this chart. Can you take a look at RLX? What the hell is RLX? Yeah, no idea. I don't know what that is. Alex, I'm afraid. Okay. Okay. GJ, 15 minutes. Price create resistance of 15 minute. Taking note, higher time frame bearish. Entry taken on the close of the 15 minute. Oh, you got 2 ones there. That's fine. Price create a low pre-London. Wait for price to retrace and create resistance. Oh, okay. So that should have been 1, 2. Okay. Keep it in mind the range was small, although anticipating the low to be broken. Stop loss kept above previous 15-minute candle. Good sales at break of 30-minute low as well. Wait for price to create the top wick. Yeah, I think it was a good trade. It's exactly the same thing that I was looking at. So when I was coming on the charts, I saw this candle closing bearish, right? Same idea as you. Low is created, you know, and then I was looking at 7 a.m. 7 a.m. is usually a volume push, right? And I was looking at the fact, okay, it's broken the low of this weak 15-minute candle, but it did it in like the first minute, you know? So I was like, okay, probably just going to sit out, willing to miss this move if it runs. Goes bullish. Now I'm like, okay, now since it's gone bullish, we have a low form. So if we create resistance, like you say, we couldn't continue moving down. The only thing that put me off from taking this exact sell right, is the fact it had hardly a wick to the bottom. If it had a bit of a wick, I 100% would have executed sells on that close and then expected this low to break. But then when I looked at the 30-minute, I was like, okay, well, yeah, see, but if it breaks this 30-minute low, that's probably going to be a safer entry for me, and then I still have a clean range at that point. But in terms of your trade, it was a great trade. You know, you had the stop loss placement perfectly. I don't think you can really fault it. There's just going to be certain circumstances it's not going to work out, but then you would need to look at the 5-minute to see, okay, where could I manage risk? You know, that's how you want to look at it, but that's perfect. But yeah, good work, good work. Okay, check out the Microsoft swing. I don't know what the Microsoft swing is. RLX Industries, it's new in MY market. Still don't know what it is. RLX Tech is a stock, isn't it? This is Forex, not stocks. Yeah, we don't look at stocks, I'm afraid. We just look at Forex. The thing is as well, is with price action with stocks, it's gonna be a bit different. Obviously the candles and stuff is kind of the same, like candles obviously print in a certain way, but I mean, I looked at Tesco stocks once on here, and the price action was just abysmal. I mean, it was just gapping everywhere, you know. It just made no sense. Like, I don't know how you couldn't trade it from a day trading perspective. You'd have to like swing it over time. But yeah, I mean, like, if you're looking at a specific trade on a stock and you want to send a chart, I'm happy to do that. But yeah, I don't look at stocks. That's coming in the future, man. That's coming down the road. Not to trade on here, but to have as like a side hustle. Or this is a side hustle, but yeah, like another income, then we'll say. $50-minute candle closed bearish. Yeah, I think a nice support would be beautiful. Yeah, as long as this 4-hour can close back above, I think we should start to head up. Hi, can you check my trade idea? I profit, but I failed with trailing. Can you best way to get most of it? Yeah, if you send a chart, that's perfectly fine. I can check out. This isn't directed at anybody, just a general statement. You know, I know a lot of streamers might check out things for you, but here I'm only really willing to look at things if it's a chart. You know, if you've got a chart, I'm more than happy to check that out. You know, I want to help people, but you need to be able to help me to help you. You know, I can't just look at something and understand how you came to a conclusion, how you know, wanted to do X, Y, and Z. You know, it has to be there for me to see it, and that's just the best way for you to learn, for me to understand your thought process, and then for me to advise people properly. You know, I'm not into this whole, oh, can you look at this, can you look at that? You know, just send a chart. Even if it's fucking blank, I'll still just be like, okay, well, you know, well, obviously not blank, that don't really make sense, but if you still have your zones plotted out, I can work out at least if you got your zones plotted out correctly, then yeah, that's still a way to improve, you know. But yeah, I will check out your chart. Oh. Oh. Yeah, you need to send it like the other person did, you know, where you have the little code, you do a space, and then you write your message. Otherwise, it's not going to come up. Oh, looks like gold did continue moving bearish after breaking that low. 8 pips, and then the next candle continued to move for around 17 pips. Pretty good. Oh, Euro NZD also trying to continue bearish. Let's take a look on the 15 minute. Yeah, it did continue moving down. Yeah, man, if this 15-minute candle closes bullish, I think it paves way for the next one to also continue moving bullish. That'd be beautiful. Okay, there's 4 minutes left for this candle to close. You want this to close a strong bullish candle. So I think yeah, see, looking on the 5 minute, it's just a bit consolidation. But it should continue its move up eventually once it starts to establish some stronger support. And then, yeah, maybe need to wait for a 30-minute candle to close bullish in this area. But either way, we're trading back above 141,700 now. So the 4 hour should be coming to a close in a minute. Yeah, so it does seem as though it's going to close above this area. Well, it's what we need it to do for it to continue moving bullish. And then I think you can get the wick fill. And then a nice continuation up. Did anybody watch the Conor McGregor fight the other day?
Nah, I saw the knockout kind of thing though.
Yeah, that was mad.
Yeah.
He didn't look at his best though, Conor.
Nah, nowhere near.
Nah. I thought he'd usually done better than that, but he looked beat like early on, you know.
It's been on too much of that whiskey.
Yeah. Too much whiskey. No, but if you listen to Conor McGregor though, man, his mindset is incredible. You know, like he's got a real true winner's mentality, you know. And as a man, you know, obviously, you know, the MMA is entertainment, you know, so yeah, but he as a man, like he seems like a great guy as well, you know. Markets are a bit slow now at this point. GU also trying to do the same thing. Okay, we've got around a minute and a bit left. Ugh. So it does seem as though the 4 hour has closed back above this area. So I do believe the next 4 hour can also continue moving bullish. Take a look at the 1 hour time frame. Yeah, so we could do a little bit of a deeper pullback, but I think right now 15-minute candle closed fairly strong. Yeah, so it has created a bit of support. Let's take a look on the 5 minute. 5 minutes kind of consolidating. So yeah, I mean, you have a couple of options. You know, you could play with this area and then, you know, look to target this zone and then further up above this area with runners. But at the same time, maybe it's going to be best to wait for this consolidation to build and then some form of break above and then a continuation. Probably going to be the best option. 15 minutes is obviously a weaker time frame confirmation. So maybe if you wait for the next 30-minute candle to close, then you could see. You also have the option if it breaks the high of the previous 30-minute. You have around 10-11 pips at that point. So you have enough range. You know, stop's going to be maybe slightly larger, but you do have enough range. So maybe you want to see how the first 15 minutes of this new 30-minute candle closes. See if it can close bullish, a weak bearish, and then wait for a break of this minor consolidation and then a nice continuation. Because I think we're going to call it a day here in a sec. Markets are moving a bit slow at this point. But yeah, I think it's going to be a good opportunity to just call it a day in a minute. Looking on the 15-minute on gold, close weak bullish. I think we should continue down at this point. Yeah, it did call out gold sells from the break of this 15-minute low right over here. Yeah, I think it should continue down. Let's take a look on the 5 minute. Yeah, 5-minute resistance created. I think it should continue down. Even this candle right over here could have been a really nice selling candle. It's like 15, 16 pip range. You know, even keep the stop very aggressively above the current candle, but it makes no sense for this candle to flip. You know, once we start breaking this low, we should continue down with volume. Okay, so let's do a little recap of today. So obviously gold, we discussed the best sells for gold were going to be below 1850-500. Price never got below this area. We reacted to this support level at 1851, came back up in the range. Now we're trading back in this previous consolidation area. So I have to wait and see. I think if NY breaks below 1850, because we know there's a lot of volume in NY, then that's going to be a beautiful NY session coming down to around 1843 or even 1839 would be a great target. GJ, we had GJ sells. They were from 141.442, ran for around 10-11 pips. Beautiful trade. We then saw price correct itself. It's coming back up above its level. So I would say 4 hour looks good at this point. Once we break the 4 hour high to continue moving bullish. Probably a bit of a pullback at the moment. 1 hour also retracing a little bit. So maybe we want to wait for like a support. GCAD kind of did the same thing as GJ, but kind of broke out a little bit more erratically. Right, also corrected itself. Euro JPY broke down, corrected itself as well. Euro NZD has come down to the support. Very messy day for Euro NZD, but I think looking at this structure here, I think a good impulse entry could have been the break of this low right over here, and keep your stop loss somewhere in this vicinity, because then you had maybe like a nice 11-12 pip range, and then I think that only kind of real move that made sense. But yeah, Euro NZD is trying to continue moving bearish. Let's take a look with GU. GU also was trying to trade above this area. Needs to create some further support here, a little bit of consolidation. But yeah, 4 hour looks like a big liquidity grab right now. So we'll just have to wait and see what happens there. So anyway, we're going to call it a day here today. So thanks very much, guys, for coming on. Really appreciate it. We'll be back tomorrow morning, 7:30 a.m. GMT. If you caught those sells this morning, please drop a like on the stream. Really appreciate it. It helps to spread the word about what we do here. So yeah, really appreciate that. So thanks very much, guys. Thanks everyone on the Zoom, and we'll see you all tomorrow. Thanks, YouTube.